Hello again, friends. Right now I'm going to just show the cool things you can do with map functions. I actually found two different ways to actually call functions within maps, and if you don't really know what maps are basically similar to object literals. They are key value pairs where you can have a different type of key, whether it be a function, whether it be a number, whether it be just reserved names, reserved keywords like null and undefined, and you put a value, which could be a function, it could be a number, or any other type of data types. But going back to functions here, I want to just show something about it. Right now, we just have a default document with default in a view div ID with, a div with the view ID tag, and we're going to try to actually call this function within the key of something. So first let's actually create a variable called f for something, and then we're going to put map.get to retrieve the function of multiply, and the way you do that is you call the key something. So once we did that, the easiest way to actually create the function is all you have to do is just pass some parameters. With multiply, let me actually show you the simple functions. I have add, divide, subtract, and multiply. Basically all you do is just add the two variables, number variables, and it will print out the information to the document. Right now it's default. So let's go back down and just add, actually multiply by putting, just two numbers. Let's put 51 or 15, I guess, and save it, and it should output 30, I believe. This, and yeah, it outprints 30, so that's cool. Another different way to do this, actually, I found out, is to just do map.get by itself. So we have another key value pair here, which is 2 and add. So if you put map.get, map.get, and you put 2, and then you also put another parameter, or not another parameter, I keep forgetting what these things are called. But if you just put another circle things, circle things, I can't believe I have a brain fart, I can't remember what this is called. But if you just put another number, or another, I guess, parameter, I guess that's what's called, function thingy, and you put 2 and 6, and you save it, since this function is add, it's going to add them up, and you should get the value of 8. Yep, and you get the value of 8. Now, in the first key value pair here, you have a something, which is the key, and multiply. Now, if you try to call the function something while you do get, this is what's going to happen. So if I put something here, and I call it, and let's just leave this here just to show you something. And I also want to show you what something actually outputs, what's inside something. So let's see here. Did I pass over? Okay, here's something. Something just console logs this function does something. So if we go back down here and we save it, you would naturally think that both of these functions will run, but that's not the case. What actually happens is, once you reload it, goes to 0.333. Huh, that's interesting. And it outputs this function does something. Why would it output this function doing 0.3333? Oh, you know what? I think I know why. So you already set undefined to be divide. So since I already had a map that's set where the key is undefined, it actually naturally goes to undefined and calls this function as opposed to calling the add function. So that's very interesting. But naturally, if I did not have map a static key value pair of undefined, let's say that. And then let's see here, I think it's just going to go back to default. And yeah, and also give me an error in the console log. So it calls the function, but then it has map dot something is not a function. That's very interesting. So if you do have some type of key as undefined, it will call whatever information that's in the value. So that's interesting as heck. So yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to talk about with map.functions. Maps and functions, or using maps with functions. Stuff is very interesting.